Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 501. 501. And hope everyone is doing well. And we're here to kick off our Edward Yang month as we look at more films from Taiwanese director Edward Yang. And of course, there's an Nerd Chicano here to host the show alongside my wonderful co host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Hope you
What's
all are
up,
having
Brad?
a wonderful Monday.
Monday.
Monster Truck Monday.
Stop. Oh man, Brad. Yeah. So we're kicking off our Edward Yang month today, y'all. Of course, we've only ever talked about one film from Edward Yang. We were actually,
Yee.
I was like, oh, we should do Yang month for December last month when we did it, but we ended up going with Ozu. I was like, oh, let's do Ozu, and it was not a bad month. So I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. Not a bad month.
Mm-hmm.
So. But it's time to go back because we don't actually ever talk about a lot of movies from Taiwan. So, there's actually a lot of good directors that I've always wanted to kind of talk about that I've always heard great things about from Taiwan. So, um, I was like, Brad's like, fuck it. Well, let's do what's it called? Yang month, Edward Yang month. And here we are, y'all. We're going to be discussing today, That Day on the Beach, which is literally his first feature film. And then from that, we're going to continue on with the other movies that we've discussed on the last episode when we did our coin toss. But before we can get into any of that wonderful stuff, Brad, how are you doing, bro?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Yeah, how's work?
Not bad. Work wasn't bad. I came home a little early so I could do some cut down some weeds because Brenda had been vocalizing that I needed to do some weed eating, so I came home a little early. So we got a little allergy thing going on right now because of it, but live kicking. She did bring me home a poke bowl. I don't know. You know what a poke bowl is? You probably do. You live in the Houston area. It's a Hawaiian dish, but it's like deconstructed sushi in a way. It's rice, it's raw
Mm-hmm.
tuna, it's cucumbers with a spicy sauce, ginger in it, and then some other stuff in it. It's really good.
That's wild. I had sushi for the first time last week.
Really? How'd you like it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was really good.
Yeah.
I had hibachi for the first time as well.
Oh yeah. You told me that was
Fucking badass, bro.
were they flipping food at your mouth like motherfucker?
Well, yeah, I mean it's terrible for you to do that to me because I can't see. So I'm like,
Bam.
I'm not gonna catch it, bro. When he threw it, I didn't catch it. I was like, wait, you threw it? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I did
That
not.
guy was super funny. The chef was really funny. But
Did he make the little volcano for you? I heard they did
yeah,
the
of
little
course.
volcano. Yeah.
Yep, of course. It was funny. It was fun
I have
time.
never been to a hibachi grill. I've
Yeah.
heard things about it.
I finished all my food, and they were like, my cousin was like, "Dude, what the fuck? You finished it all?" Like, yeah, you're not supposed to, or what? Like,
Dude, I was hungry.
I'm hungry.
I got dinner and a show. What the hell? It's
Yeah,
like when I go to Waffle House, you don't expect me to finish my food, but
yeah,
dinner
yeah.
and a show.
But yeah, I that's just been that last weekend. It was really cool. I did not much today. Just watched this movie. Kind of also like got some stuff organized for stuff I need to watch to do reviews for the show for the channel for the YouTube channel, and just all that wonderful organizational stuff that nobody wants to hear about. They just want to see the videos. Which,
They don't want
uh,
to hear about the work put involved in the scheduling and
just tell me your
the
freaking videos. Give me your videos
hurting the co-host into the chair to.
to watch long movies.
Yeah, this was. I will say this was a long movie. Like I'm
Yeah,
glad I got up on Sunday, a little bit hungover, and I was like, told Brenda, like I gotta watch this movie, and she's like, well, I ain't moving very far, so you go ahead. So I started at like 10 and ended up
yeah,
done at like near 1, I think.
yeah.
So yeah, this was a long one. Like, and I'm not complaining about that. I won't
No,
get into it right now, but I'm not complaining about it.
for sure. I not complain about it either, bro.
No. I
Definitely.
I will say Edward Yang has a style. And that man apparently kept to his style from 83 all the way to 2000. Like
2000.
he just has
and I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
17 years, bro.
like he knew right away what
Yeah,
he wanted his films to look like, and yeah,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, in this one, he worked with, in my opinion, the greatest cinematographer right of all time, and he's living still, fucking Christopher Doyle. But um, yeah, we'll talk more about that. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this month. I'm very interested in the films of Edward Yang. I Like I said, I also did a little snooping. Looks like we're actually getting two new restorations from for Confusion and for Mahong.
Mahjong.
Yeah, in next
Yeah,
month. Not next month. I'm sorry, next year.
that's
In
that.
July
I'm glad they're still putting money because I think when did Edward Yang die in
2000,
2007?
something like that.
Yeah,
It's
something like that. And I'm glad they're at least keeping for because this man only made what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies. He only made 7 movies,
yeah,
complete movies, and he just died really early on. He was only 60. Well, he wasn't even 60 yet.
59, bro.
Yeah, he's 59, and
Yeah,
it's sad to say, but I would have loved to see more from him. But I'm glad what we got. I'm glad they're keeping it up.
yeah. I mean, after he kind of went into like I think he went into like working on like plays and stuff and television shows,
Yeah,
But
and then he developed some kind of cancer. I think colon cancer,
yeah,
and it finally took him. But I'm very happy that we decided to watch Yi because that movie's been on my mind. Like it'll pop up into my mind when I'm watching certain stuff, and I'm like, this kind of reminds me of Edward Yang for some reason. And it's
yeah,
just like, and then it's just like, man, I really need to watch more of his movies, and that's
yeah.
kind of
I
why I
mean,
brought it
I
up.
love the
I've
way
been
that man captures the cityscapes. Like I just love the way that he captures the city.
oh,
And
I love that. I love how he captures people.
yeah,
Just and it's another one. It's like, oh, this is just the ordinary life of someone in Taiwan. It's very reminiscence of I forget car up the hill. Keeps driving the car up the hill.
oh, the wind will carry us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reminiscent of that director
yeah.
who
Kiarostami.
Kiristami. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like I cannot for the life of me remember that
yeah.
name.
But I'm glad that those two restorations are coming. It always like kind of like it's just kind of confusing because I know that Martin Scorsese loves Yang. He loves Yang in his work. So I was always confused as to, like, I thought that a lot of those films would have ended up over here in the States because of Martin being able to get those distribution rights. But as I've kept reading, it seems that Yang also had a really big struggle with getting distribution for his movies because he put art over the money, and
Yeah,
he, what's it called, did not want to just sell his movies to like the first person. He wanted to make sure that they would be treated with the most respect and the most love. And yeah, so it's just like that film distribution was really, really out of his control, and it was always something that he always had like a hard time handling.
but that's gotta be difficult
uh,
is dealing with the money and then the artistic integrity of it all.
yeah, sell yourself, or what's it called, keep the integrity, man. It's
I, th-
hard.
I think I think that's why some actors, you know, we've said it before. Actors will do that one big blockbuster just to get that money, and then they'll go back to doing indie films that they
Yeah, the
wanted to do
check.
in the first place. Yep,
Yeah, get the check and then you
they
go
gotta
do
pay them
something.
bills somehow because the
Yep,
indie movies ain't doing it.
yep. But yeah, what's it called? But I'm really excited for this. Also, thanks to Aiden for being in chat. Yep,
Thank you, Aiden.
Raw's good, man. Raw is good.
Triple H, I hear, is doing some major shit.
Yeah, Goat H, baby. It's the Goat H era.
And Triple
H.
W, that's where we at.
Hey,
Gabby in
Gabby,
chat. Hi,
how
Gabby.
are you? Thank you for being in here.
Thank you, Gabby.
Yeah, but I'm excited, Brad. I think you're excited too.
Oop, there's Kylie. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie. Hi, Kylie. Hey, Kylie.
Oh,
But
I'm super excited for this month. This month,
yeah,
I hell, I was I think you were questioning like, what are we gonna do this month? I'm like,
Yeah.
Can we do Edward Yang? I think I said it just like that. Can we do Edward Yang?
I'm like, ah, I mean, we've only talked one movie.
Yeah.
I've seen others by. I only see another one by him. Which, by the way, Terrorizers. We're not talking about this month, but Terrorizers is so good. It's really good. It's like such an odd kind of crime thriller, but also a really good drama, and it's
Oh,
just
and
oof,
I'm excited about these movies because Edward Yang has a good twist generally that you don't
yeah,
see. At least in this one, he did. I don't believe Yi Yi had. I think Yi Yi was pretty straightforward, but this one had the twist.
yeah. I'm excited, Kylie. I'm excited. Kylie, if Wednesday works for you, we'll do Pacific Rim on Wednesday because Brad, I believe you don't have D&D, right?
No, I do not have D&D Wednesday. I do need to watch our movie for Thursday though at
Oh
some
yeah.
point.
Well,
Maybe
tomorrow
tomorrow.
I'm not. We're not gonna do anything.
Okay, I'll
I'm
do
gonna
it
go
tomorrow
watch
then.
Thor. So
Okay,
yeah.
works for
Well,
me.
yeah. Of course, tomorrow though, today though, we're gonna talk about this movie. So let's go ahead and get ready, y'all. If you've never seen That Day on the Beach and you care about spoilers, then you want to stay, then you don't want to be here. But if you haven't, if you have seen it or you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and stick around. I'll tell you this 100%. Unless you're able to buy that Blu-ray, you're not gonna find this movie. Um, so I don't think you should even care about getting spoiled because the chances y'all are gonna get to watch this movie are slim to none. At least with the confusion amount,
Maybe
you're gonna have to wait
maybe
until
maybe
next
if
year.
somebody wants to do a commentary on it, we can
Try
help y'all
something.
out there.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to find the what's called these films. But yeah. That with that being said, y'all, this is your only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. Yep, Wednesday works. All right, awesome, Kylie. So without kind of like telling on myself, Brad, when I watched my Blu-ray, did you get like a thing in the beginning that said,
Oh yeah,
um,
and the thing at the end that was really weird.
yeah, what's it called?
Something about lawyers. Yeah, yeah, a little
What the
weird,
fuck?
a little weird.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what did I just, why?
I don't know, a little weird.
Oh man, but I have a small paragraph to read, y'all. So I'm gonna also read the IMDb synopsis of this film. So just to cover up some
Yeah,
ground
they
here,
didn't
but
they did not put a lot of work. Like maybe we need to go
uh,
back in here and write some shit for
that
Wikipedia.
day, That Day on the Beach is a 1983 Taiwanese new wave drama and the first feature film by Edward Yang. The film deals with two friends played by Sylvia Chang and Terry Hugh who encounter each other in Taipei. Yang had to convince the film's production company to allow Christopher Doyle to shoot the film. Doyle would go on to win Best Cinematography prize at the 1983 Asia Pacific Film Festival for his work on That Day on the Beach. Yang's fellow Taiwanese new wave director Hugh Xiao Xian also plays a role in the film. The film is sometimes cited as the first in the Taiwanese new wave movement. Now, the film sits at 2 hours and 46 minutes, and it's in three different languages that I was actually able to pick up. I was like, wait, the
It was
fuck are they
German.
speaking in German?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You notice that too with
yeah,
the assistant. Yeah,
yeah. Mandarin, German, and Japanese are the three languages that are discussed in here. Um, and
oh,
the
oh,
IMDb synopsis,
Gabby has a question for you.
yeah. Let me see first here. The possible movies for the other one. Okay, we'll talk about that after we're done here. Um, Gabby, how do you feel about long ass movies like 2.5 hours? I'm
I
gonna actually talk about this long ass movie
yeah,
because um, nah, you good, Gabby. Well,
you could.
well, let me just read this IMDb synopsis, and we'll actually go into why I feel like this movie isn't slow, but it's
Stacy's back.
more so patient. Um, it's
3 hours at the beach. Someone's getting sunburnt. Up. And then we got a frozen roll. Well, Gabby, just to let you know how I feel about long ass movies. I don't mind if they're good. So that's my take on it. If they're bad though, and they're 3 hour movies, I'm not gonna be happy at all. Yeah, he's smiling. He's just smiling away. He should be back in give it like 10 to 15. But yeah, long ass movies for sure. And we're just gonna keep Stacy's up there. So I figured out like the hour and 30-minute movies. We call them Cronenberg times because Cronenberg did The Fly and did some other stuff, and all his movies are literally like an hour 30, hour 40. And it's like the greatest thing. And now he's gone. He's left me here by myself. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, the Fly, Eastern Promises. I think Cronenberg has a set like amount that he writes to, and then that's it. He doesn't write anymore. He's just like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, I made the page limit of however long an hour and 30 minutes is. Uh, someone plug and unplug Raul. Maybe give him a push right out that door. Maybe he did walk out that door. Maybe he'll walk back through. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Um, I don't know. Rave party? Rave party. Let's see. I got this. Nope, not that one. Yeah, rave party. I don't have any music, but play music over there in your neck of the woods, and then rave. But since he was gonna read the IMDb page, I think I can do that. Like I can read. I just need to get to it, so don't mind me typing. Okay, there's literally not that much to read. What the hell, Roll? Okay. Two friends who haven't seen each other for 13 years reunite. One is a successful concert pianist just back from a European tour, and the other has just started a new business. That's it. That's all the IMDb page said. Yeah. Another thing we could do is we could go to Letterbox. See, this is what happens when your host doesn't have great internet. Leaves your co-host here to sweat. But we can always read the 1-star and 5-star reviews. We can do that. So let's go. So we got a 4-star here. These are too long. I don't want to read all these. I refuse to believe that this is Edward Yang's debut feature. Well, you'd be wrong. I don't. I think Raul's computer might have just died. Gabby, you show up and just everything just. I don't know. Let me get to the review. There we go. All right, I'm leaving this up here. Gabby said it. I didn't. All right, let's go to the low reviews and see why people are wrong. So 2 stars from a guy named Banana Nut. That should tell you. I mean, I get. Oh, look! Thank God. Wait, maybe.
Dude, I have no idea what just happened.
That's okay. I'm having a rave party.
Okay. Well, what were you doing in the? Oh, here we go.
I read IMDb and I was about to read Letterbox reviews, so I was just going that route.
I trained you so well, bro. I trained you so well.
And I was just saying, Gabby broke everything.
Yeah, Gabby broke everything, bro. Yeah. So sorry, guys. I just. What the fuck? It just dropped all of a sudden, bro. It just dropped, and that was weird.
All right, I'm moving back over there.
All right. Well, yeah. Did you read the IMDb synopsis?
There was only like 2 sentences of like the friend met.
That's so cool, man. That's so. I thought. Wow. Yeah.
Fucking Jay.
I was like,
we're doing shit over here.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I thought what lightning struck the house or something. Okay. But yeah. Trying to get back into my mojo here. So
I'm sweating.
Um,
I'm literally dying over here. Thank God for
yeah,
Gabby and Stacy.
yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I'm glad you read the. You were gonna read the. You read
Yeah, I
the
was going
reviews
straight
tonight.
to Letterboxd. Let's read bad reviews right now.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess this is my first. This is my choice for the film. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go first here, Brad. But having seen Yee and I haven't seen the Dare Risers. It was kind of like something I've noticed within the filmography of Edward Yang. I've noticed just how kind of patient of a filmmaker he is. Um, that's why I wouldn't call uh, what's it called? I wouldn't call this movie slow. I'd
No,
call
the
it
pace was
patient.
good. The pace was good.
Yeah,
Like I didn't ever feel like maybe in a spot or two I was like it's kind of getting kind of slow, and then it moves right into it, and
yeah,
I never felt this movie was slow. I always felt like that's the thing we've seen at least with Yi from what I saw. Edward Yang knows what he wants. He
yeah.
really does. And yeah, this is another movie of patience and just he's going to continue that story in a very very good way and you're going to be stuck sitting there and then when you look at your clock you're like, "Oh shit, 3 hours has gone by."
Yeah. And like of course I subscribe to the to always I always subscribe to the idea that length doesn't equal pacing. What's called runtime does not equal pacing.
Mm-mm.
Because like I've said before, I've watched films that are an hour 30 that felt like they were an absolute
Forever.
drag to get through.
Forever.
Yeah. And I've watched movies like Stalker that every time I watch it, it's like, yo, I like wow, I got here already. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, damn.
Yeah, and
But
that's one we've watched multiple times and
yeah,
I'm still thrilled by Stalker.
yeah.
But
This
I
movie was great. This movie was
Edward
great.
Edward Yang is definitely like I've seen 2 movies of his. I need to see a few more, but he's definitely up there on my list of favorite directors.
Yeah, this is his first feature, man, and there's like a lot of things that
Which
are going on here that I feel like are such incredible patterns that he's gonna start working on more, and he's gonna. I mean, he's working with fucking Christopher Doyle, man. Let's be
yeah,
real. I mean, that man knows how
I
to capture a
laughed.
frame.
I kind of laughed when you said they had to convince him to bring in Christopher Doyle, and it's like, well, I want to know how that meeting went. Just like I'm
Yeah.
bringing him in.
So Doyle at this time is a relatively unknown, what's it called, a cinematographer in East Asia, because he has yet to work with Wong Kar Wai. So he has yet to like have his like amazing work that you can look at and be like, okay, yeah, definitely work with Christopher Doyle. So like I get why, but I'm also just like, do you understand when you watch this movie, you shouldn't even think about why they didn't want to fucking hire. Like you should just hire him.
Yeah.
Like there's one scene, Brad, when they're in the hallway of the house and the light is peeking in, and you look at this kind of like dusty aura. It's like, oh, that looked amazing.
Oh, there were multiple shots, like the one house where the guys the husband the future husband friend they're in college and
Mm-hmm.
it's a hallway shot and then yeah you have that light just coming through the bedroom and you have him just standing there looking into the bedroom and it's just like it like some of the framing in this. Edward Yang has some of the best framing in film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. And like, I love how much he like kind of just wants to use natural light. Yeah, of course you can tell that there's diffusers and there's reflectors being used, but like mostly there's not a lot of lighting setups that you can
Mm-mm.
tell right off the bat that are being used. Like I think especially when there's that one scene where he's like, what was it called? They're dancing hound dog. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
oh, like that looks beautiful, beautiful. Um, but this story really grabbed. There are moments that it loses, and that's why I think that's the only gripe I have with this film is that like there's sometimes where the story I feel like you're kind of like meandering a bit with the story,
Well,
and I'm like,
and
like
for me, it was kind of trying to figure out because there's a whole time thing in this,
yeah,
and I'm trying to figure out like which character is which, and
yeah,
it's like okay, so she's the concert pianist, and the
mm-hmm.
concert pianist is in the future, because like I didn't read the synopsis on this. Fuck, you
No, I
know.
mean I went blind, bro.
If
I
I
went blind.
and if I had, I don't think it would have helped much.
Yeah,
It's just like two friends meet up from 13 years ago, but you have a time warp there of 13 years. And it's
that's
just me
wild.
in my head because when she's a concert pianist, her hair is like totally different. Like she looks completely different. She looks more mature than
Hmm.
the way she does 13 years before that. And that was once I was able to figure out who was who, it was easy for me
Yeah.
to move on in that movie.
And like I said, they constantly keep you like on like glued to the screen where they're like, what happened to the husband, and you kind of have it's so
Oh,
interesting
and
how he's able to.
just that twist, just
Oh
the
yeah,
twist of maybe he didn't kill himself,
no, maybe
but
he
they
just
never
ran
let you
away.
know, which is
Yeah,
great. It's great. It's like it's not important. What's
yeah,
important is she moved on
yeah,
and she made her own career and she found herself, and that's what's important.
yeah, and like also just um also kind of like this idea that Edward Yang throughout this film is kind of like he's dissecting a lot of different things. I think he's also dissecting Taiwan in a way of just how like much Taiwan has evolved in such a small frame. And especially he's like talking about like relationships, but the one thing that he's discussing that he seems to discuss a lot in his next couple films, family dynamics and marriage, the whole idea and the sanctity and the idea of marriage, which like I've learned throughout Yee, I've learned throughout Terrorizers, and now through the Day in the Beach. This man hated arranged marriages.
Yeah, yeah, and
He
just
hated
that,
them.
just the whole thing of choice. Because in this, he just showed the arranged marriage. Because the concert pianist, she literally said, "I would have been happy just being a teacher and being that guy's wife," but his family forced him into arranged marriage. And that guy, like at the end, he had regrets.
Yeah.
Like he was regretting some shit.
Yeah, and I kind of also like the idea of like how when they're talking with each other and like they're going through this like 13-year kind of like because it's 13 years they're trying to recap with each other, and throughout of it this girl is kind of learning like, oh, this guy was nothing that I kind of thought he was at the time, and he actually what's it called was a very different person than who I was like kind of believed I thought he was. And I also, at times I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And I think it was with Yee that I kind of brought it up too. I was like, dude, I think these girls actually want to be with each other. There are so many times that they were looking at each other, and I was like, I don't kind of getting a vibe here that they don't even care about the guys that they're talking about. They're all, I think they,
Well, because they both moved on.
yeah,
Now they've come and they're just happy to like because the pianist, I just like saying pianist. Um
yeah,
she literally
very
says
different
that it
movie.
took her 13 years to have the courage to meet with her again.
Yeah,
Because they had been, pretty great friends during their college years. Because I think she was a senior, and then the other one was a freshman or starting to be a freshman. Because
yeah.
that was the her boyfriend's sister.
Hmm. Yeah, but Yang just maneuvers this film so well in the way that
Do you-
it is confusing at first the time jumps, but once it really settles, I think he really kind of like changes time
yeah,
so seamlessly.
yeah, and then just I don't think from watching Yi, it's funny because we watched his last film first, a couple years ago, and it's funny now we watched his first film, and I gotta say, I don't think he changes much up in the way
Yeah,
he goes about filmmaking from where he
yeah,
started. Which, there's something kind of nice about that. It's because he knew what he wanted to do and it worked for him and he just continued it. Because you got the framing, you got the cinematography, you he gets the best out of his actors in this. I mean,
yeah.
I thought they all did an incredible job. So Edward Yang was definitely very trusting in himself and his vision, and he just continued that on for what 20 years.
17, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because 83 later. And by the way, Christopher Doyle's first. This is Christopher Doyle's first film that he shoots. This is the first one he did. Um, so I mean, what's it called? It's just incredible. Like you look at that and you really see where what's it called? Where he starts, but his filmmaking just evolved so well, and just how much he's kind of really interested in learning about people and learning about why relationships work sometimes, why relationships don't work sometimes, but also kind of what is that lingering effect of the presence of a person in your life and how much that lingers in the psyche of people.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This film's beautiful. This film is just
Yeah.
the story's beautiful in it, and again, I do like that Edward Yang usually has a twist in his movies.
Oh yeah.
At least we've seen in this one of the whole. And it was kind of cool to see like the start. Like they didn't have anything when she got married. He was just out of the army, and to me, like she was kind of lost because she didn't want to do the arranged marriage, and she had somewhat feelings for him, and so
Yeah.
they get married at a court, and then it just shows kind of where they go from there, and how he. I don't want to say he wasn't like a good person, but he didn't make good decisions, or he was he was forced into a lifestyle that he necessarily didn't want. Like he literally says in the film, like I don't like to drink, I don't like to stay up all night, but it's for my job. And then he makes
Yeah.
poor decisions on top of that, which basically just ruins everything.
Yeah. And I mean, overall, I think just this film is great. I'm gonna go ahead and sit with what I've been sitting with since I finished watching it. I think that there's a lot of room that he improves with. Improves with. I just think the film also kind of like meanders a bit in the second act, where I'm kind of like, okay, it feels like we're not actually progressing a lot. Like it's not the pace's fault, but I think it's more so just how kind of like
He just stays
he just
on the
stays on
subject for
in this, yeah, in his
yeah.
in the script. It kind of seems like he's just staying on the subject a little too long, and he's just kind of not like trying to push. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this a really strong 8.5 out of 10, bro. This is a really good movie. uh it's my right now, it's like the least favorite from
All
Edward Yang.
three you've seen.
All three I've seen, bro. Yep, ranked number three. But I like this movie, and I just, like I said, I just love the way he's able to capture that scenery of Taiwan, and it's just uh,
I mean, you remember Yi Yi and just
oh
the skyscrapers in that, and like he
mm,
does it again.
yeah,
Like the man knows his framework, and
yeah,
it's cool to see. I'm gonna give this a solid 9 out of 10.
nice, yeah,
This movie's good, and there's a reason I wanted to see more Edward Yang's film because Yi Yi impressed me so much.
yeah,
And yeah, I'm not sad about this. I am very happy we went this route.
yeah, man. So guys, it's gonna look a little different in the coming 2 weeks. So because the last movie we need to watch is 3 hours and 57 minutes long, literally, this might be our longest movie we've watched. Um,
It's up there.
the Irishman was like 3 hours and 30. Rublev is 3 hours and 15. This might actually be the longest movie we reviewed on the channel. So we're gonna leave that literally to the very end. So that last week, um, I hope we can actually do the mini pod before that, because that last week will literally be dedicated. I think we'll actually do it on Thursday,
Yeah,
so we will literally have all those days before to watch this
actually to
movie.
watch it because it might be a 2 hour and then 2 hour like on separate days.
Yeah,
I hope I can just sit down for 4 hours, but I don't. I can't guarantee that.
no, I cannot guarantee that at all right now. So I'm crossing my fingers that that's how it's gonna work. So next week we're actually going to watch. Oh my, I had to restart my computer, so I don't even have the fucking file on thing on me. But don't worry, because I'm going to go ahead and pull it up right now, and I will tell you what movie we are watching next week. That is Type A Story. Um. Oh, by the way, wow, Raul, weird. Reg, see his big mouth. It
It
was
was
not
not
effective.
effective.
Yeah, yeah, this, yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
Triple H
Uh,
on another one.
he works full time. But hey, he's the one who wanted to do these
I
movies.
did. I did. I this is the month I did want
Yeah,
to do, and
knowing full well they
I'm
get a
stick
4 hour long movie.
just like when I bought my truck, I'm sticking with my decisions. It's my decisions, and I will live with the consequences.
Tacoma, yeah, Tacoma. So next week we're doing Type A story. The week after that we will do Mahjong, and then the week after that we'll finish it up with A Brighter Summer Day. And our Patreon mini is a confusion. But of course, y'all, that's been our review. I'm very happy to finally kick off this month talking about possibly one of the best directors of all time, and somebody who not a lot of people know a lot about Taiwanese cinema. I don't. I know the name Xiao Su Xian because he directed The Flowers of Shanghai, which is a movie with Tony Long Chiu Wai, who's in a lot of movies from Wong Kar Wai and from it was in Shang-Chi. So that might actually be a pick next month for International Month. So yeah, I'm
I
just
kind of want to eventually watch this In Our Time anthology.
yeah,
That sounds
I
kind of cool.
yeah, but fuck it, man. We're talking some Taiwanese films this month. So
Hell yeah.
thanks, Gabby. But of course, we want to thank everybody who was here with us. Aiden, Gabby, Kylie. I think that was it, right, Brad? I don't know anybody.
Stacy was
Stacy,
in,
Stacy.
Stacy in there. Your bro was in there.
Yeah. Thank you all
Basically
so
just
much.
telling you that the internet got turned
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for sticking around with us. I want to thank our Patreon supporters because without our Patreon supporters, this is not anywhere near as possible because you all literally make this possible. So thank you all so much. Of course, we want to thank our producers and our writers and our directors. I know it's a new month, so I don't even know who's on what right now. So I'm just gonna stick to what we know right now. So thank you all. We want to thank our executive producer Shane. Where can you find him, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK underscore, or go buy something from the Suppy God at Prison City Vintage in Illinois.
All right, man. And of course, we want to thank our writers, Tony, our writer Tony
Hey Tony, how you doing?
at Real Nerdy Dad. Man, he sends so many fucking TikToks,
So
bro.
many TikToks. It's great.
Yeah, at Real
I don't
Nerdy
even have to
Dad.
scroll TikTok anymore. I just go to Tony.
Fucking nuts,
He,
man.
he just gives me the cliff notes of TikTok. He's just like, all right.
All right, thanks, man. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. What's it called? At Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter, and of course, our director, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie.
Thank you, Kylie. We love you so much. Kylie can be found on Twitter at Kylie PLA and on Instagram at Kylie P Sports 90. Thank you, Kylie, for being a director. Of course, to become a Patreon supporter, you can go over to patreon.com/nerdcore and check out all that wonderful stuff that we got for y'all. We appreciate any help that you all give us. It literally goes back into what we do here at the network. And I'm like in the process of wanting to find somebody who can give a nice little revamp to the channel, graphics wise and stuff like that. So all of that, what you guys put into us, it ends up going back into the network to make sure that we keep afloat.
Yeah,
Plus,
I do not
I'll
get paid.
nope. Plus, like I literally like to remind y'all, y'all literally helped me get consultation and to get my medicine refilled. So that was the only time I've ever used this as personal stuff.
Which was
So
very important because I can't do this by myself, as you can
yeah,
see.
yeah. And I'm not gonna get on when I'm dealing with withdrawal symptoms, and I'm
No,
like, barf, yeah.
I'd rather not.
Ever since I went to director to technical, dude, I can't fix that. But without further ado, we will see you all on Wednesday for our Pacific Rim
She's
commentary.
not wrong.
Pacific Rim commentary. And without further ado, Brad, let's set them out.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being host as always. Thank to all those who joined us in chat today. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank to all our listeners out there, all our Patreons. Y'all are awesome. Stay cool. And to end this episode, disco party. Young
Let's go
Yoda out.
party.